Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's a wonderful day here. It's a little bit chilly since it's winter and we live in kind of valley and mountains. I'm enjoying my weekend after all the morning errands have been done, and I'm just enjoying my life. Our pool is frozen and I might take some cold plunge if it finally thaws. I've never done it in a really cold pool, so I'm gonna try it anyway. And I'm just gonna relax on my patio. It's a nice patio we have just built this year. Alright, it was just an intro. So we all are born in the system, and we are born to the families who are born to the system as well. And the system is set the way that an ordinary person cannot make enough money to do more than just paying their bills usually and get by, pay for their mortgage, and has been done intentionally by the system. Like, it's kind of a game when you have a certain rules, certain conditions, but it doesn't mean that you cannot change the rules of the game. So you just have to choose a different path, and esoterically spoken, it's called like a different branch of reality, a different dimension, and that is true. But scientifically speaking, it's all based on the reticular activating system, or RAS, R-A-S. It means we are determined by our brain to only notice certain things. Everything else filters through and filters out. Otherwise, we would just go crazy into the overload mode, because we cannot perceive and process everything consciously, but we also process it subconsciously regardless. So if you set your mind on noticing the certain things which lead you to the result you desire, your brain will start using the reticular activating system to take certain steps to achieve the desired goal or objective, so-called mission. But the brain is lazy. It's so lazy. It doesn't want to spend extra energy or produce more energy. Therefore, we need to motivate our brain and let it know what we do it for. So ask yourself a question: why would I like to earn $1 million this year? If you just say, oh, I just want to have $1 million, that's great. But your brain only perceives and understands emotions and feelings. So instead of setting a goal, I want to make $1 million this year, you should start thinking about the things you could buy or purchase using that $1 million. Like, let's say you want a new car, but it's not even enough. You have to imagine and feed your brain pictures of how wonderful it would be to drive a new, beautiful, safe car. That's why visualization is a great tool to set your brain on the certain path and activate your reticular system. I'm sorry for my I'm just talking from the flow. I was watching a few videos on the YouTube, and I'm kind of summarizing everything I have seen and just throwing some examples. So let's say you want to $1 million, a new car, or maybe you want to go on a vacation anytime you would like to. So if you just stay at your work, let's say you're a teacher, it's an example of my life situation. I like what I do, but I don't get paid much. But I'm on the path to a better life, I believe it, because I don't know what to do to earn $1 million, but I'll just start taking opportunities when they start jumping on me. When I imagine that I can go on a vacation anytime I want, I can drive a new car and enjoy it and feel the leather smell, the beautiful, wonderful new car scent, and it makes me feel good. So if you stay in that mode when you feel good and everything is positive and you feel great, your brain will be triggered by that emotion and feeling, because emotion is energy in motion, and that's how your brain starts producing that energy for you to take certain steps to achieve your goal. Because now our brain understands from a deep point of view why would you take certain steps? Why do you need to get a new car? Why do you need to make $1 million to buy a new car, a new house? Why would you like to why would you like to get up in the morning and run and jog every morning? It's not just because you want a beautiful body, but if you picture how great you would feel and look in your new body, like running is just one of the steps to achieve that goal. So that's a motivation, that's dopamine, because you picture your point B being in point A, but don't forget that sometimes there will be some setbacks. Just it takes some time to create the new neural pathways in your brain and make it a habit. So when they talk about discipline, discipline is great. I'm a very disciplined person for the most part, but even sometimes I'm lazy to do certain things, even if I love doing them. But once it becomes a habit, once you just take the first step, then the second step comes easier, much easier. That's how I make myself walk every day during my lunch break. I walk on weekends, I work out, I do weights, I try to eat healthy, and I try to videotape, but I don't do it as much as I would like to, just because I was thinking, oh, maybe it's not going to work for me. You know what? Just do it. Just do it. Don't think about what it's going to bring to you. Just feel great. Picture yourself at that point B, your final destination, but don't set your bar too high, because then your brain will be demotivated because it doesn't know how to get to that star or Mars or the moon for that matter. But if you just say, I want to take a small step and see where it leads me to, it feels great, so it's not that scary. So I'm videotaping not because I want to have thousands of subscribers, which I don't, and I want to have thousands of subscribers, and more than that, it just feels good to feel accomplished. And I know I do it for myself. I do it to feel good. I know that it will lead me to more steps in the future. So I create my new rules, and my rule now is do what I like to do. And I know if I do the task I don't like to do, I remember about the reward that after that undesirable task is done, I can do something I like afterwards as a reward. So that's important. Enjoy the process. Don't get demotivated, because it's not always about being pumped up. It's about pumping up and upgrading your character every single time. And every single time you upgrade your character, you become better. You become a new version of yourself. And that new version of yourself jumps, so to say, to the new branch of the reality, into a different dimension, into a different pathway. And this is when you start over as a new person whose point A is different from your old person's point A. And where you are now at your point A trying to picture your future point B. You cannot do it from what you do every day. So you have to imagine or think about what that new version of yourself would do in their point A in order to jump into the new there or your desirable point B. I hope it's clear. I'm trying to be like specific and describe the process. So yeah, they say hard work brings you what you want, but it's not your hard work. It's your small steps, it's everyday work, it's your small contributions, which don't seem to be so big, but they're important, so important, they're crucial. And let's say you fall in love for the first time in your life, and the person you love lives far away from you, and you want to be with them. So you would do anything and everything because you have so much energy, because you feel so great. You picture how great you would feel with your significant person by holding their hand, taking a stroll in the park, and so on. So your brain feels it, it senses it, so it starts producing energy. Like it feels like from nowhere you grow wings and you fly. You find the money to take a trip to see the person you like or love. You take a day off work, even though it seems to be, your schedule seems to be so busy and overloaded, but your brain makes ways to make it happen. And everything already exists. All versions of yourself exist. You just need to set your mind on it. You start with your feelings, and then you take steps. Actions are important, because without actions, your thoughts and ideas are just like a suitcase without a handle. You cannot carry it, or if you carry it, it's gonna become so heavy and uncomfortable to carry. You're just gonna drop it pretty quickly. So make that suitcase have a handle, or get the new suitcase for yourself. Create your new rules. Don't be just an NPC. Yeah. Create your own world, create your own possibilities. Don't forget to look around and see when those possibilities arise, jump on them, use them, utilize them, get them going. So, yes, that's what I wanted to say for today. I hope it was motivating. Although don't forget about discipline, and don't forget about what you really want, not because somebody else wants it. Try to rewrite your negative thoughts and assumptions. Rewrite them by looking at the pictures of how you like it, looking up videos on YouTube of what you already want, like a person driving a new car, and imagine yourself to be that person inside of that character. Try to imagine and picture all these beautiful sensations, live through them, and enjoy your life, because hope is something which is not really great. Hope is just like maybe it will happen, I hope it will happen, but you need to know. That's not about the hope, it's about the knowledge. It's about confidence. You can do it. Just do it. Just do it now. If you do it now, there's only one moment in this life. It's now. There's no past. There's no future. It's not here. Only now you're in your body. Only now your blood is moving through your vessels. Only now your heart is pumping. Only now you can grasp that opportunity. And only now you're becoming the new version of yourself, and you accept the rules of the game you're in, but you create your own game and your own set of rules within the game. And this is how you become responsible of your life, of the things happening in your life. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you like and subscribe. I'm new to this. I'm trying to take small steps, and I'm proud of myself. Bye.